What's up, guys? It's Dominique, aka That Therapist. For those of you that don't know me, I'm the lead clinician and CEO for a group practice. I was about to say virtual, for a group practice known as Yellowbird Counseling. Well, what is that? What's the Yellowbird Counseling, you might ask? Well, our normal day to day activities include providing individual, couples, family, and group therapies in the state of Alabama and soon many more states to come, right? That's what we do for our normal day to day. We provide in person and virtual therapy in those ways. But what do we do here on social media? Well, on social media, we provide live topics that the general population can relate to and tie it back to how we could all benefit from having a therapist outside of simply just having a mental illness. Because that is one of the biggest myths, that you have to have something, quote unquote, wrong with you in order to see a therapist. And that's just simply not the case. So with that being said, that's what we do here on Thursday evenings at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, which is 9 p.m. Eastern, which is 6 p.m. Pacific, which is 7 p.m. Mountain Time. We present those topics that the general population can relate to and tie it back to how we could all utilize or benefit from having a therapist outside of having a mental illness. Because there's more than just mental illness as the reason that people seek therapy. Okay? Y'all following? So, many of you know that I've been on social media going on 6 years now. And I have seen a lot, experienced a lot, been through a lot. As far as with social media, learning its algorithms, learning its psychology, and learning basically social media's overall impact on human existence. So, as somebody who runs a practice, I've had to use the innovative tool of social media in order for us to put the word out, that we're out there. So that is one of the things that I don't know that I would say that I've mastered, but when y'all be coming up to me, y'all be saying I do a pretty damn good job at it. So I'm just going to go by what y'all saying, that my marketing is chef's kiss. But it could always be better, because guess what? I didn't go to school for that. I only went to school for clinical skills in music, right? So I do the best I can, but from what I can tell, what I've studied and implemented has definitely been helpful for social media platforms. However, it is a monster to manage because social media's purpose works directly against my purpose, right? So my purpose is to help people, while social media's purpose is to utilize your attention and convert it into a product, right? And so that causes a lot of negative things to have to take place in order to capture your attention long enough in order for the algorithm of social media to convert it into a product, right? Which is you as a purchaser of whatever the content is that you're consuming, correct? Right? So, when I started my social media journey almost 5 years ago, there were a couple of documentaries that I took the liberty of watching to better develop an understanding of this beast that I would be using in order to utilize it as a vehicle to get the name of mental health out there, and also the name of Yellowbird Counseling, the practice, correct? So there was a lot of things that I found out that kind of brought chills to me. And one of the first documentaries that I watched that came out in 2020 was called The Social Dilemma. All right. And I watched it again recently, and it was equally as spine chilling the second time. So I thought that it would be a good time for me to do a refresher on that particular the information that was presented in that particular documentary. If you have not watched it, it's called The Social Dilemma on Netflix. Okay, it's on your Netflix platform. You can watch it there. All right. For those of you that got the newsletter, you may have already watched it, and so definitely feel free to engage in the conversation. If you already just have watched it on your own, definitely feel free to drop any questions or concerns or thoughts that you had as you were watching the documentary as well. But I think it's important because I go through being on social media and utilizing it as long as I have at this point. There are different things that happen that I just understand is the way that the machine is made. I'll just say it that way, right? So a lot of things that are meant to be harmful to people don't necessarily impact me to the way that they may others, because I understand the system, right? The system, the machine that I'm utilizing to operate within, right? Because it's just as easy as turning it off. But for many of us, that's not just that easy. It's much easier said than done. We can't disengage with this machine at this point, even if we are consciously aware of how this machine is impacting us. What do you mean by that therapist? What is all this talk you talking about? I'm talking about the direct exploitation of our psyche for the purpose of monetization. So for those of you that might, too many words, bring it down for us. Basically, social media utilizes our brains to make money. Okay, in short, social media is designed to utilize our brain in order to make money. Make money for who? Can anybody tell us who social media is trying to make money for? Y'all can drop your answers in the chat. Wait, is this chat on sub only? Nope, it's not. Nope, it's not. Nope, it's not. Y'all can share and tap to 20K. Thank you, and continue sharing. Thank y'all. Let me see. I could talk about this all day. I'm a social media strategist, and I try to warn people about the behind the scenes of social media. Yes, because it is very spine chilling. Okay. Super spine chilling. Can anyone tell us who is purchasing our attention? I just gave y'all a hint. Come on now, guys. Come on. Let me see. Okay, y'all don't know. Well, people like me. I purchase your attention. I'm a business owner who utilizes social media as a marketing vehicle, right? So people like me, but people much bigger than me too. Like people like McDonald's and people like Google and people like somebody else bigger corporation wise, a bunch of us putting money into social media in order to extract the attention of the viewer out for whatever our product is that we want them to engage in, or for us to convert you to a customer, okay, of some type, for whatever our industry is, okay? That is how the social media platforms make their money. Okay? They have learned how to manipulate our behavior by way of likes, by way of clicks, by way of view times, by way of notifications, by way of monitoring where we spend our attention and maximizing the content that we are that's presented to us in order to play on whatever that is. So, for instance, let's say you have an ex and you be snooping around their page a lot. Well, social media is designed to take that information and capitalize on it, right? So you might start seeing friends of people who know your ex, places maybe that your ex has gone, because when you engage with social media, you're engaging in an active study. Right now, you're engaging in an active study. Your digital footprint, your engagement is being converted to usable information for social media platforms to capitalize on. Tell me if you're lost. Let me know if you're lost. What we got in these comments? These comments are jumping. Let's see. Corporations, investors, politicians, people in power. Exactly. The amount of data they have on us is crazy, and it's all psychological. I turn off my notifications for this reason, and I also don't post for money or monetize my account. Understood. Yes. You might have heard something referred to as the algorithm. Many of us know, we've heard that term, but we might not know specifically what does that mean. What does it mean? What is this algorithm? Well, the algorithm is a collection of subjective opinions that have been coded into something that's supposed to function like an objective tool. What does that mean, that therapist? What are you talking about? Well, basically, the way that the algorithm is built is by the information that we as humans insert into that algorithm. And if the algorithm is set up by a particular type of person, maybe like a man, maybe like a YT man, maybe like a group of YT men, and all of their opinions are coded into this algorithm that is used to study the larger population of us that are probably different from them. Do y'all see where I'm going with this? Do you see how fundamentally and subtly social media impacts our mental health? Are you already starting to see that? Are you following? Right? Okay. So, we have a mixture of coded opinions and subtle, persuasive progressions that are designed to change our behavior. So subtly that we might even say it's a subconscious change that we may not even be aware of. We see the result of it, but we're not quite sure how we got here, because the vulnerability of our psyche is being exploited by playing on our pleasure-pain balance. What are you saying, that therapist? What is all of that? What are you saying? Basically, the product is our attention. Social media has to capitalize on our attention in order for it to be monetized, right? That's why on different platforms, you may have to have a certain amount of views or a certain amount of view time in order to convert it to money. Okay? Because that is how social media monetizes, with engagement, with growth, and there was a third one, and notifications. Okay? All of these things are designed to hold our attention for longer and longer and longer and longer and longer periods of time, right? So much so that they have to capitalize on our primitive desires. Okay? Primitive or maladaptive desires. Because, like, right now, I'm doing a pretty educational live, right? And so my views aren't that high. But if I were going to do something that was more provocative or messy or something that elicited an emotional response from people, my numbers would shoot up way, way high, because that's the way that the algorithm is designed. It wants to elicit an emotion. First, engage your attention, then elicit an emotion that causes you to engage in a behavior. And then once you engage in that behavior, right, engage and indulge that pleasure, then the cycle starts over. Your attention has to be held longer for you to engage more, for you to behave more and engage in more behaviors to keep you on it. That's why when you look down at your phone and look back up 30 minutes later and you're not understanding where the time went, because the persuasion of social media not only plays on our desire for pleasure, but it also plays on our emotional triggers as well, intentionally playing on the things that cause us to feel either fearful, sad, angry, fixations on things, because it's designed to target our psychology in a way that keeps us engaged, right? Not in a way to keep us healthy, happy, utilizing it as a tool, but a way to keep us engaged in order to turn us into a profit. More specifically, turn our attention into a profit. Are y'all following me? Am I talking too fast? Not only is it a distraction, it's a manipulation tactic. Social media has optimized manipulation tactics in order to keep us engaged, because, again, our attention is the product, right? So think of how propaganda, think in the direction of propaganda, like subliminal messaging, things that we're not even aware of. And because our behavioral changes, the way that the psychology of social media works is to make it subtle, right? So something that we're engaging in becomes who we are. The things that we're engaging in become what we believe, right? Do y'all see where this is going? Who's confused? Anybody confused? Let's see. All right, I'm going to keep going. So with these gradual persuasions, we develop unconscious habits, things that we're not aware of, right? that we just do, that we don't even know we're doing. Like we wake up, grab our phone, and tap on a name or insert your favorite social media platform, because it's like the design of it works like a substance addiction, right? Something you have to have, and you're not even sure why. For you want to know what's the next big story, what's the next somebody else's business, right? Us as humans, because we desire connection to other humans, no matter how much y'all be like, oh, I don't be on social media for the reasons y'all be on it. Well, guess what? Yes, you are, because you're on here to be able to say that, right? And you know why you are? Because our fundamental desire and need as human beings is to connect with each other. Social media capitalizes and drives up the desire to connect with each other. That's how they control us, by setting our attention on each other in order to facilitate a connection, whether that's a parasocial connection or whether it's a mutual connection. It's still something that we fundamentally desire as a species, right? And the psychology of that, well, as long as we can continue to engage their pleasure pain balance, we can continue to capture their attention, thus continuing to produce revenue and dollar signs. Okay? People will be asking me on TikTok, they're like, hey, are you out here doing a social experiment? No, it's already been done. The experiment's already been done. I'm just a reviewer of the data because that experiment has already been done. And the development of that experience, the development of that experiment came long before I had the wherewithal to even conduct such a study, okay? So, let's continue. Of course, the algorithm is built with our behavior, with our engagement, right? And the longer we stay on, the more precise it can be. Thank you. Wow. Thanks for the gift. Thank you so much. So the algorithm is composed of the data that it has, not only the objective opinion that has been input in it, but then also the data that's been collected from our responses to, such as engagement, right? Such as who we share it to, who we view, where does our attention go? It gathers data that way as well. And then these big computers code all of that in order to produce ways to keep us more engaged for longer periods of time so they can make more money, right? That's how it works. So nobody's thinking in Silicon Valley about the ethical dilemmas that could be presented with controlling the human psychology at such a subtle and extreme level, right? So then on this documentary that I was watching, you have former executives of Facebook, Google, Twitter, Pinterest, right? All confessing why they had to leave those positions when they started seeing how this algorithmic AI machine that they have built is negatively impacting not only them, but their own family. These executives were talking about the fact that their addiction to social media was so potent that they knew exactly what was going on and how it worked and could not stop themselves from engaging. How dangerous is that? To know exactly how something works and you still can't beat it. You still can't will yourself out of its usage. How scary is that? So think, us as lay people who may not be Silicon Valley IT, superheads, think of how much more dangerous it could be for us. Thank you for the guess. Thank you for the guess. Oh my God. Y'all are so sweet. Think of how much more dangerous it could be for us. Questions? Thank you. Right. I'm mindful of what I watch on TV. Exactly. Hey, guys. Y'all keep tapping the screen, sharing the live if this is good to you. If this is good information that's building awareness in your own life and helping you to wake up, share this live, please. Share it, right? Because you know that where this is coming to, if you're using social media, you definitely need to be in therapy, because this is a very manipulative machine that is degrading your psyche and you don't even know it, causing you to engage in behaviors that are maladaptive for the sole purpose of converting your attention into a product. I would not dare want to engage in this without having a therapist, because my whole brain would be taken over and I would have no idea about it. Many of you do. Many of you don't even realize how fundamentally your engagement with social media has impacted your life. So that is why I'm here to bring you awareness, because that's my job, right? That's my job, to bring awareness. I've been trying to find a therapist, but it seems hard because I have Medicaid. Yes, I understand that plight. Definitely. But definitely try to see if they at least have a list of providers in your area who accept Medicaid. We're unpacking the social dilemma. Basically, it's a documentary on Netflix that explains how social media uses our attention and the vulnerability thereof to exploit us and turn us into a product. I feel like it's very important for y'all over here, because y'all engage in it for hours and hours and hours on end every single day, especially in lives, right? And you don't even know. Tap that screen, share that light. Tap that screen, share that light. Ooh. All right. Let us see. Questions, comments. All right. So we have something called the attention extraction model, which is the model that social media uses in order to keep us engaged. Let's talk about the definition of the attention extraction model. All right, so attention, what is attention economy? Essentially, the attention economy is fed by a vicious cycle in which we are a product of the attention economy, yet also the customer who is unknowingly manipulated into reinforcing it. Easy access makes media platforms a focal point for harvesting attention to maximize revenue. Basically, what I just said. Our attention is sold in order to produce a revenue for the platform and the investors that are contributing to the platform's operations, right? So it's a vicious cycle of that, utilizing what's known as an intermittent reinforcement schedule to keep us engaged. So, like when you pull down the screen to refresh it, to see if something new is at the top, we pull it down to refresh, keep refreshing, keep clicking, keep checking, because something will eventually be produced for us to consume, to hold our attention. This is dangerous because a lot of us try to avoid our feelings, right? We try to avoid our stressors, especially if you're an anxious or depressed person already. Social media is even more of a dangerous vice to keep you from attending to your own life's problems, because it creates an alternative universe for you to engage that attention that could be going to something else that you needed to, right? Such as your relationships, such as time with your family, such as y'all jab, because y'all know y'all be on social media at work. Y'all know y'all be on social media at work. Don't even try to lie, because you know you be on there at work, okay? And such as attending to your own mental health, right? But social media knows how easy it is to create addictive behaviors within the human psyche by playing on the pleasure-pain balance and helping and encouraging us to seek that next dopamine hit. It works like a substance addiction, right? And we'll get into that DSM, Diagnostic and Statistical Manual, definition of what you're also engaging in, because now it has become a disorder. Gaming addiction, also media addiction, is now disordered. So if you're on here for hours and hours and hours on end a day, you're constantly scrolling, clicking, scrolling, clicking, scrolling and clicking, my dear, you may be engaging in media addiction. And at that point, therapy would be great for you to seek out, because what's happening is your psyche is being degraded and you're losing control of yourself and you don't even know it. Questions to this point. What do we have? What kind of questions do we have? What do we have to this point? Neurodivergence it just depends on what type of neurodivergence we're talking about. But anxiety could definitely be one, right? So that's kind of it could and it couldn't. It just depends. But all of us, our human psyche as a collective makes us susceptible. The time we spend on it makes us susceptible. The more time we spend on it, the more susceptible we are. Think of it that way. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down or what? Are y'all? Drop the thinking cap emo in the chat if you're a basic or standard subscriber, please, and thank you. Ooh, yeah. Thank you. All right, perfect. Thank you. Y'all also feel free to subscribe. We have a lot of great subscription-based options for you and perks. So go on ahead and click on the subscription star and take a look at those different subscription perks and see if it's anything that you might want to give a try or that you'd be interested in. Go on ahead and click that link. And if you're a subscriber whose subscription is running out, feel free to click the subscription star and click extend your subscription. Please and thank you. All right. Let's see what we got over here. How have you managed to keep the balance with you needing social media for your business? For me, I only engage it for algorithmic purposes. Like I do not, I don't really engage in my personal social media very much. It's only for algorithmic view, but it's a lot harder on platforms like TikTok. I have to have like specific hard boundaries around that. And even then that's hard. On social media where the engagement isn't as like they don't have like we have live streams over here, right? There's different platforms, but where live stream is like half of the function of the platform, such as TikTok, it's a little harder. So like turning it off, getting out, like I have to get off of it. I have to get off of it, right? And that's hard. That is really hard. So then in therapy, I would talk to my therapist about what is, for me personally, what is social media, what particular part of my psyche is social media engaging that keeps me on it, right? Because a lot of it is a trauma response. Having to be engaged for that long and consuming the things that we do. Because we're consuming the other element that causes them to optimize on our attention is creating fake news and spinning narratives. TikTok is a great place for fake news and spinning narratives. I'm just kidding, TikTok, but not really. Yeah. Because that elicits human emotion, intense human emotion that causes us to behave in a way that keeps us engaged, right? Keeps our attention, to say things that provoke us. We enjoy being provoked because the truth is boring. We don't want the truth. We want to believe a lie. We want to believe a spun narrative because that's exciting. And social media knows that. Platform executives know that. So they continue to drive it up every time. Everything's tea when really everything's piss. I had to start by fasting from social media. Now I get off as soon as I feel too invested. Exactly. It's also super easy to lie. That's one of the downfalls. There's nothing regulating what the information that's being put out. TikTok's kind of annoying with it, but there's nothing to regulate the type of information that people are putting out. So anything can be put out. And based on, thank you on how much it impacts our emotion, determines how much we engage and spend our attention on it. So a lot of those things are going to be things that provoke us to anger or sadness. Those are going to be the things we're going to engage in most. There's no way to be around drama that you're not in. Not on social media, because your attention is already invested. Remember, your attention is the product. So the way that you don't engage in the drama is to not be where it's at. That's how you beat it, because your attention is the product. Do you? If you're engaging in messy talk lives that you're paying attention to, you've already lost. All right. Moving on. Let's see here. I have a business, but I struggle promoting it due to my ability to fast away from social media for so long. That's where media companies come in. That's where hiring social media strategists kind of come in. That's where utilizing tools such as Hootsuite and things like that come in. So, there are ways around it as a business owner to limit the amount that you have to engage in it, because things can be more automated for you. But that might be another conversation for another day. But definitely that is what the use of a social media strategist would be for. Okay. I'm trying to make sure I didn't miss anything. Yep, I think I covered everything. What kind of questions do y'all have? Did all of that make sense? What y'all think about that information? Tell me. What y'all think about that? What y'all think about it? You're welcome. No problem. What y'all think? Oh, you're right. The DSM. You're right. Thank you, because I did almost forget about that. Let's talk about it. Let me go. All right. This is an article on internet gaming addiction. Okay. You can find this on American Psychiatric Association.org or psychiatry.org, and just type in internet gaming. Let me share so what is that? So this is specifically addiction to gaming is described in the American Psychiatric Association Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, which is used by mental health professionals to diagnose mental disorders. In the DSM-5-TR, the condition is referred to as internet gaming disorder. Internet gaming disorder is included in the section recommending conditions for further research, along with caffeine use disorder and other conditions. The DSM-5-TR includes substance-related addiction disorders such as alcohol, tobacco, stimulants, marijuana, and opioids. Gambling disorder is the only behavioral addiction, as opposed to chemical substance use disorders identified in the DSM-5-TR. So let's talk about, it's a lot of clinical jargon. That was more so for Black Earth. But let's talk about some of the symptoms of internet gaming addiction. You can also insert media addiction for yourself if you're not a gamer, but you're on a social media platform engaging right now, then just insert media where I say gaming, okay? Preoccupation with media. Withdrawal symptoms when media is taken away or not possible. Sadness, anxiety, or irritability you might find coming up when you're withdrawing from media. Tolerance, the need to spend more time on media to satisfy the urge, right? That's that pleasure pain balance I was talking about, that dopamine fix, right? Inability to reduce engaging, unsuccessful attempts to quit engaging in media, okay? Giving up other activities, loss of interest in previously enjoyed activities due to media, such as spending time hunching your husband or wife, okay? Continuing the media despite problems. Deceiving family members or others about the amount of time you spend on the media, okay? The use of media to relieve negative moods such as guilt or hopelessness. Risk having jeopardized or lost a job or relationship due to media. I know this is hitting home for a lot of you, and it's hitting home for a lot of your loved ones. So go on ahead and share this live out. Go ahead and share this live out, because I didn't describe somebody that you know and you know I did. So go on ahead and share this live out to them, right? Go ahead and share it out to them. Yep. But it's not something that you can just consciously be mindful of. That's where the therapy part comes in. I would definitely, if you are using social media at all, you need to be in therapy, because this is very subtle, subconscious impact that this machine has on our behavior, right? Because it's making us a product. I just told y'all that executives of Google, Pinterest, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, they were aware of how this machine worked and still couldn't will themselves out of its use, to the point where they don't even want their own children engaging in the platforms that they used to work for. They all stopped for some ethical dilemma or another, because social media is designed and continues to advance in exploiting our vulnerabilities. Our attention is a very vulnerable component of our existence. So hear me when I say it's only going to get worse, because the AI technology, as we continue to engage and leave our digital footprints everywhere, it continues to advance the brain power of the AI that runs the platform that you're engaging with right now. So please take heed. Please take heed. And don't think that it's a respecter of you, and don't think that you're above its manipulation tactics, because as soon as you think that, you have already lost. Like Uncle Sneaky Link over here. He's probably already lost. Questions? What kind of questions do we have? So do y'all think y'all can get me to 60 shares and tap me to 40K likes? Can y'all do that? 60 shares and tap me to 40K? If everybody shared to 3 friends, just 3 more friends, and tap for 20 seconds, if everybody could do that, we'll be good. Share with 3 more friends. Everybody share with 3 more friends, and everybody tap for 20 seconds, and we'll be good. I think we'll be good. Then you can chill, right? If we all work together, we can accomplish that goal. Do y'all like me enough to do that? Is this information good enough to you and potentially your friends and family? Do you want to aid in breaking the stigma that surrounds mental health and wellness by helping me educate the general population on reasons we could all benefit from therapy? Us being users of social media is one of those things that normalizes therapy, because we all use social media. And don't lie to me and say you don't be on here, because yes, you do. Yes, you do. Be on here because you on here now. So don't lie. Questions? Does anybody need me? Let me define intermittent reinforcement schedule, because I know that was... Let me just define that for y'all real quick. So there are specific to put it very simply. It's a pattern of so let's think of a slot machine, okay? So every time you pull a slot machine, something's not going to happen. But the fact that there is a potential that something can happen is what keeps you engaged. A slot machine and the pulling it until something happens, not knowing when it will happen, but knowing that it will happen, is an example of an intermittent reinforcement schedule. Does that help? Does that help, guys? Does it help? Is it insightful? I'm glad. I just be trying to put y'all on game, because y'all just be out here just letting y'all brains just be infiltrated and then just try to live life like that. And then y'all be wondering why, touching grass continues to be more and more distant from your actual life experience. Well, I'm explaining that to you. And next week, we're going to talk about the biases that this social media and other AI technology code as well. It's going to get deeper, guys. Deeper and deeper. So I would say go on ahead and start getting yourself a therapist on hand. Unless you decide to stop using social media completely. If you're like, well, I don't need a therapist, okay, well then that just means you're going to stop using social media completely. Because if you honestly think that you're going to be able to will yourself out of it when the creators of this monster couldn't even do that, you're setting yourself up for failure. And at that point, I'm not sure what else I could do for you. Alrighty. So, guys, all right. I guess y'all don't have no more questions. So does that mean I did a good job? Did I do a good job or no? If I didn't do a good job, just be like, no, therapist, you did not do a good job. And I'll be like, okay, well then give me some tips. Tell me, did I do a good job or no? Thank you. I appreciate ya. Y'all just don't forget that y'all heard this now. All right? Let me go get, let me go get a pen. Hold on. I'll be right back. All right. Because guess what it's time for? It's time for the Cash App giveaway. y'all, I guess we're going to make it sub only because we did not hit our gift goal. So that means it's a sub only. So let me explain to y'all, subscribers, not for y'all either. Them, just them. When all y'all gotta do is one time listen to me and listen to me good. Only put your CA in the comments once, even if it filters it. Just put it once because we can see the filter. Okay, we will unfilter it. Go ahead and put your CA in the comments now. Okay? And if it's filtered, leave it. Just leave it alone. Leave it alone. Don't put it again. Don't put it again. We will get it. Just put your CA one time, even if it filters it one time. We're stopping at 30. We're stopping at 30. Well, we're stopping at 33. We're stopping at 33. Moderators, don't let me go above 33. Okay. All right, cool. Period, poo. All right, let me see. Thank you. Thank you. All right, I'm going to start over here with y'all, and then I'm going to come back to y'all because y'all know how y'all are. Y'all might need a little more time. So this is how it's going to go, everybody. I'm going to say your name and your number 2 times. Two. So open your ears. Open your ears because I'm going to say your name and your number 2 times. That's it. And if I mess it up, then I'll say it 3 times. If I'm the one that messes it up, I'll say it 3 times. But you only get 2. So it ain't going to be no, what was my number? I had walked away from my phone. That is not my problem. That is just not my problem. It's just not. Right? You got to do your part to get what you want. And if you can't listen, then that sounds like a personal thing, right? Period. So I'm going to start over here first. All right. Alana Betts. Wait, hold on. Y'all. I don't want to use that. Okay. All right. Alana Betts, number 1. Alana Betts, number 1. Antoinette Danielle, number 2. Antoinette Danielle, number 2. Amari Samuel, number 3. Amari Samuel, number 3. Toya Betts, number 4. Toya Betts, number 4. Rob TR, number 5. Rob TR, number 5. Alexis Carl, number 6. Alexis Carl, number 6. Tanea Keller, number 7. Tanea Keller, number 7. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. I'm going to start over here. Y'all all came over here. Okay. Over here. Let me. Damn. All right. Ugh. All right. Y'all gonna have to look at my forehead. All right. Comedy Girl. Comedy Girl. Number 8. Comedy Girl, number 8. Chrissy, number 9. Chrissy, number 9. Thank you, They Love C, for being honest. Darcel, number 10. Darcel, number 10. ID Bougie, number 11. ID Bougie, LD Bougie, number 11. LD Bougie, number 11. LD Bougie, number 11. Big Moderator Page, number 12. Big Moderator Page, number 12. Marcy K 506, number 13. Marcy K 506, number 13. Thank you for the gifts. Mama Nee. Big Moderator Mama Nee, number 14. Big Moderator Mama Nee, number 14. Big Moderator Nicole, number 15. Big Moderator Nicole, number 15. Big Moderator Love Tan, number 16. Big Moderator Love Tan, number 16. Veronica, number 17. Veronica, number 17. Jessica Aria, number 18. Jessica Aria, number 18. Hold on. Maya, number 19. Maya, number 19. Pinkest, number 20. Pinkest, number 20. Cassandra Cox, number 21. Cassandra Cox, number 21. Big Moderator Danielle, number 22. Big Moderator Danielle, number 22. I think that's everybody. It's a lot of... Okay. All right. I think that's it. That's that. Let's see. All right. So we got 22. Let me bring this up. All right. Yes, you did, Darcel. I said your name. I did. I gave you a number. If y'all came in here after the mental health talk, then you were late. Hold on, let me share this first to y'all. So y'all can see it. And everybody knows it's fair. Oh, dang, not Amazon. No, that's not what I meant to do. Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay. All right. So we've got 22. Okay. All righty. Drum roll, please. Woo! Woo! Number 15. Who's number 15? Who is that? Who's number 15? Y'all tell them congratulations in the chat. Who is it? Is it you, Nicole? Wow! Nicole won, y'all. Nicole, you had won. Look at you. You had won, Nicole. Wow. I feel like that's great. I feel like that's so great. Y'all say congratulations to my TikTok moderator, Nicole. She had won, y'all. Y'all, she had won. Congratulations, Nicole. Nicole won $150. Yay, Nicole, you won $150. Hold on, I gotta send it to you. Hold on, let me send it to you. Let me send you it. I gotta send you it. Hold on, what's this? Oh, okay. Hold on, Nicole, I gotta send you it. Yay! I'm so excited for Nicole. $150. All right. Oh, Nicole Cash App already in here. Okay. Okay. We got it. Now, Nicole, you gotta tell us that you had got it, okay? I told you got it. Cause I just sent it. Oh wait, hold on. I just sent it. Tell us you got it. You gotta tell us you got it. We're waiting for Nicole to confirm that she did, in fact, get it. Did you get it, Nicole? Yay! Nicole got it, y'all. Got it. Period. Okay, cool. So, y'all, this was great. We're going to expand on our knowledge next week with the unpacking the Netflix documentary Coded Bias, okay? It goes even deeper than social media. It talks about AI at large, okay? And how technology at large is controlling us, right? And how the way that society functions is biased largely because of the biases that have been coded in our AI technology. So that'll all be next week. If you want to watch it before then, it's called The Coded Bias, okay? Or Coded Bias, rather, on Netflix, okay? So we're going to be doing that next week. Watch it over the weekend, right? And for basic and standard subscribers over here, we'll be doing our little makeup brunch thing on the Discord, okay? That's going to be on the Discord Saturday at noon. It's going to be on the Discord, okay? Right. And then I'm trying to see about maybe if I can just be on live. So I'll keep y'all updated on that tomorrow, okay? All right, cool. Well, I will see y'all next week for that discussion. But in the meantime, y'all please try to stay cool. And welcome back to school, kids. Welcome back to school.